Okay, we a couple players still joining us here. We got Adrian Martinez. So if you have questions for Adrian, let me know, and then we'll have Damian Daniels after Adrian. 5-7 minutes here with each of them. So let's see. First question for Adrian. Andrew Ward, KLKN.
Hey, Adrian. Scott was just saying that you guys have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder just from everything that's happened. Do you get that sense with your guys, and how do you kind of harness that and focus on Northwestern this weekend?
Definitely. I feel like we've had that coming into this season, and we continue to have that chip on our shoulder, and really just a determined mentality. I feel really good about where our heads are at this week, and we're really focused on playing Northwestern this Saturday.
Connor Happer from the Ticket.
Hey, Adrian. Coach mentioned that you guys had like a movie night on Halloween. He said a whole bunch of people showed up to that, making the right choices. As far as the community is concerned and being out and about, can you give us a sense how like isolated you guys are from whether it's the rest of campus or the rest of the athletic department or the rest of kind of the community, and how difficult that's been for guys to kind of go through?
Yeah, I believe Coach Frost has always really done a great job of treating us like men, young men, and giving us choices, giving us some freedom. But with that said, we all know the individual sacrifices we have to make this season to make it work. We all know the COVID protocols that we have to follow. And so in order to make that and ensure our team's safety, there's just some things you got to do, which means not going out as much on the weekend, whatever it may be, limiting interactions with other students, maybe making sure that you take certain classes online, but still getting your academics done. There are tons of little steps that many of us are taking to limit kind of our outside interactions and making sure that we're keeping the rest of our team safe.
Husker Online, Sean Callahan.
Yeah, Adrian, I guess what were your thoughts just watching Northwestern? Obviously, you were able to sit down, probably watch their entire game against Iowa. What did you just see from that game? And obviously, they were able to fight back from a pretty big deficit there.
There's no doubt, and they did something similar to us the last time we traveled there, fought back and beat us. So something you can, of course, expect out of Northwestern. They're going to be a tough, hard-nosed football team who's really not going to make a ton of mistakes, and they're going to come and be ready to play. We're going to have to match them physically and be detailed in our work.
Parker Gabriel, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Adrian, did seeing the ramifications of the 21-day protocol play out at Wisconsin to a team in the league, did that, did it change how you think about it, or had you considered what it would mean to test positive during the season, that you could be, out for 2 or 3 games, depending on the timing?
Yeah, before that even happened, it was something that I've been considering, and I know our team has been considering. It's a big deal. 21 days is a long time in kind of a condensed season like this, and so it's just all the more reason to be careful and make sure you wear your mask and take the right steps in making sure you're safe and trying to avoid getting COVID and little things like that. But yeah, that's really all I got to say about that.
Mitch Sherman from The Athletic.
Hey, Adrian. This is obviously kind of a disjointed week with the cancellation on the weekend, altered practice schedule, and then you're off tomorrow. In a way, are you guys prepared for this because of the kind of year it's been, where things have been, not normal really since March? Does that help you get through and prepare for what you're facing this week?
Yeah, I would say our guys are kind of used to adjusting on the fly. You know what I mean? It's been that type of year. This isn't the first hurdle, the first sign of adversity that we've seen this year. So we're going to keep chugging along. immediately moved on to Northwestern, and that was kind of where our heads were at. I think our team really hit that in stride, and we've been dialed in on those guys.
Steve Sipple, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Hi, Adrian. Last time we talked to Luke, he talked about the importance of you taking him under his wing once he got to campus. Why do you feel like that's important for someone to do? I know it doesn't always happen that way, but why did you feel like it was important to do that with him?
I believe it was the right thing to do, simply because I personally care a lot about this program and the culture that we set. And so when he first got here, I wanted to make sure I established a good relationship with him and helped him with anything he needed. And it was pretty apparent right away that Luke was a really smart guy, a hardworking guy, and he wasn't going to need a ton of help, I should say. And I truly believe in this program and making sure we're headed in the right direction. And that means bringing in all guys. And especially for me, the quarterback room, I want to make sure our guys are where they need to be. And Verdue has done a great job of establishing that. And that's our culture. You know, we look after each other. And at the end of the day, we're all wearing that N on the helmet.
Hey, Adrian, just a quick follow. When you look back at that your performance against Ohio State, what did you like? What do you feel like you could do better?
Yeah, there are a couple throws I wish I had back, but overall I felt like I was pretty efficient. I want to continue being decisive and continue being a hard runner. I felt like I did some of those things well. Obviously, the turnover was big. It really let them get ahead of us. I don't want to say put us out of the game, but my fumble was definitely a big moment, and it can happen. I've had trouble in the past with turnovers, and it's something that we have to limit in order for us to be a good football team.
Thank you.
Last one for Adrian, Kevin Suits, 10-11.
Hey, Adrian, Coach Frost described this as a broken, messed up year. And quite frankly, that might be a bit of an understatement. It's been hard on everybody within your program. How specifically have you seen your head coach not only manage over the past few months, but specifically last week with the twists and turns that you guys went through?
I think it speaks volumes to his character and the character of this coaching staff. They're unwavering, you know. Not the first sign of adversity that we faced, like I talked about earlier, but they did a great job of setting us on the right path, getting our minds where they needed to be, and that was on to Northwestern. It's obviously public knowledge that we were trying to play another game Saturday, but when that didn't happen, bang, we moved on quick, and the coaches were the first to do that.
Great. Thank you, Adrian. We will finish up here in just a moment with Damien.